Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new FIFA 19 and Ultimate Team Road to Glory episode number 168 today. Today we are powered by our sponsor Elgato Gaming and the HD60S capture card, as well as the key lights, the green screen that I'm using. If you guys are looking to up your content game, then I would say look no further than those products. You can always use my link down below in the description. So let's get on in to the episode then. We need to start the weekend league off, all right? And if you haven't caught up, basically yesterday we brought things back. You know, everything was pre-recorded for a while, but then yesterday we sort of caught up with ourselves, opened up our weekly rewards, our rivals rewards, and our weekend league rewards, as well as the free pack that we got from EA for logging in a certain amount of times and all of that type of stuff. We're going to start today's one off by doing a couple of SBCs, and then we will start our weekend league journey. So if you do enjoy today, I'd really appreciate it if you could do me a favour and hit that thumbs up button. From our Prime Gold Players Pack from the 5-a-side SBC, we get Balotelli. It's definitely not great. It wasn't a very costly SBC to do, so it didn't really matter. And I will always take the risk on a challenge like that. Whereas the one that's come out on Saturday night into Sunday, I don't feel is worth it as much, because you have to have exactly all of your players from one club, and I feel like that's just gonna boost the prices of those sorts of things, right? So taking a little look at foot swap this month, Suso seems to be really great value, an 87 rated inform for 6 foot swap items. You could get Hulk. Hulk looks pretty fun to use. 100k packs only 9 this month. A Goretzka for 10 or 11 it was. 12 foot swaps for Diego Costa, who actually looks pretty solid, to be fair. But then he could always change, couldn't he, and not be so good. And then Foden, Future Stars, is the big reward for foot swap this month. Now, my opinion on this month's foot swaps is that I don't mind if there's 1 or 2 informs in there or something, because that's useful for our squad building challenges. But I feel like we should be getting brand new content. They should be foot swap players, in my opinion. So it's a bit of a letdown to see that those cards are coming out like that, and it's basically just giving us cards that we've already got. I feel like they should be picking out specific players, matching them to a certain level each month as to, you know, what the current level is on foot, and giving us some real new awesome content. That's a way for foot swap to actually be a great and viable option on this game, rather than just giving us stuff that we've already kind of had. As much as I quite like to see Hulk and Suso and stuff in there, I don't think Foden, Future Stars, should be the main player. It should be a high-rated foot swap design card that is decent and usable. You know, if you're going to work all month long to get it, should be something brand new, in my opinion. Let me know what you think about that down below in the comments section, though. I'd be greatly interested to hear your thoughts. So the second SBC that we're going to go ahead and complete today is marquee matchups from Thursday. Now, I hadn't had a chance to do this yet, and I was able to do everything with players from my club. Just about had enough of everything. I think the requirements were pretty solid this week. You know, yeah, you needed a couple of Barca players or Real Madrid or Spurs and Arsenal. I had enough, so it was all good. It didn't seem too expensive. I don't know how much those players have gone up in price. So that would be the overall judge of it, whether or not it's worth it. But for me, having untradeable versions of some of those players meant that it was nice and cheap for me. I could do it easily to hopefully get something decent back. The silver pack, I pretty much always just hope for like a Cardiff player or something. Unfortunately, we don't get one there. We get an Ipswich player, which is always good. But I think there was one silver in there, which I listed for like 4.9k. I don't know if he actually sold, but I think it was like an Udinese right back or something, who had a lot of like it was only like a few on the market at like 6.5k. So I tried to make a decent amount of money, but it might have just not really worked. We'll see. I'll have a check of the transfer list later. Next pack, Jumbo Gold Pack or whatever it was. Oh no, this is the Jumbo Gold Pack. And from this one, we don't get a walkout. Yeah, you kind of only, if you're lucky, you might get one walkout from marquee matchups. We've had it before where, like, what did I get? That Lala 500,000 coin Lala from, yeah, I did, didn't I? And it was good times. But you know, this week not quite so much. The next pack is the small Prime Gold Players Pack, or small Rare Players Pack, whatever it is. This time we're going to get ourselves Zielinski, and it's definitely not what you want, is it? You want better than that. An 80 rated midfielder from the Serie A. But the overall Prime Gold Players Pack, can we get a walkout? No, unfortunately not. Not this week in marquee matchups. Hey, but we'll do it pretty much every week as long as it's not trash rewards or something. We get ourselves a Paris Saint-Germain 83, which is a Rabiot. Probably not worth selling him now. I think we also packed one yesterday in our rewards, so this is a tradable version. I'll stick him on the transfer list for now because I think the whole market's dipped, right? The fact that we got these 2-for-1 packs and half-price packs or whatever they are, whatever the promo is, it means that a lot of the market's come down, which is brilliant for some SBCs. And I do feel like it's a smart move to maybe buy up like 84s and 85s. That's what I might go ahead and do whilst they're at a very low price like what they are right now. Just because whenever the next big promo comes out and everything goes sky high again, you might have enough to complete an SBC and it'll be a lot cheaper than doing it at the time. So that's my theory behind it anyway. That's what I might spend some coins on in the next week or so if the market does continue on a little bit of a downwards trend. Because we're sitting on coming towards 200,000 coins again, and we just did Nedved. I don't understand. We're doing all right, I think, this year. I really like the team. A lot of it is untradeable because you obviously get a better value for money player if you put like if we didn't spend our coins on SBCs, we wouldn't have as good of a team, right? You pay less for like Nedved's SBC than you probably would on the market. I hope so anyway, typically. And like Arnautovic you can't get unless you do an SBC for him. And if an 87 Arnautovic like that was on the market, I think he'd be a lot more costly than what the SBC was to do. So, yeah, it is what it is. And you see that with things like Inform Aubameyang, who's not quite as highly rated as his player of the month, yet cost more and stuff just because they're a tradable version that you can obviously get the coins back on. So we've sunk millions and millions of coins into our players, but we've always got like, you know, 1.5 to 2 mil worth of cards in like Cancelo, Ronaldo and whatever we've got in the club at the time. That's pretty much it. But to be able to build the squad around like Nedved and stuff going forwards will be nice and fun. So this game's 1-1. I actually went 1-0 down to like a first time no scope. Play the ball into Nedved here. Lovely ball into Aubameyang. And I'm actually able to hit that one with a little first time finesse shot. It was nicely sort of set for him, so I was expecting him to score it. But it's quite nice to score a finesse shot every now and again now. They feel so rare. And weirdly enough, that led my first opponent to quit. And I'm like, huh? He went 1-0 up against me, was playing very similar to me, you can see in the stats. And then as soon as I go 2-1 up, he just quits. And I'm like, whoa, what? Okay, I'll take the win, but didn't expect that at all, especially when he had like a nice team with a 93 Royce and stuff. Next opponent. His team's not really up to scratch, I would say, compared to like what you would normally face in the weekend league. He has got a De Bruyne though, and Varane and Titi and Courtois, as well as like Fabinho and stuff. So fairly meta, and but you know, maybe not quite as well, obviously nowhere near ours, and we've not spent any money. Nedved plays it into Ronaldo. Bang that one into the back of the net. Excuse me for coughing. I got a little something in the old throat again. Plus, I am incredibly jet lagged and very tired, so that is why the eyes are so red. I just need sleep, so can't wait to do that in after I finish this commentary for you guys. But I get kickoffed off of once I'd scored, he literally ran down the other end, timed the shot perfectly with De Bruyne, and it bangs in the back of the net. Lovely finish. And then only a few minutes later, excuse me, I am able to get a goal for Pavel Nedved. His first goal for the club. 91 rated Nedved scores from a finesse shot. Again, you don't necessarily take them shots anymore, but I felt confident that he was set in his ways. He was like set in the right way to actually take the shot. And then I was obviously trying to get some more goals with him and stuff, just because he's a new player. I want to see him do well. But it is it sort of fumbles around everywhere, and Ronaldo ends up tapping that one home. So this game sort of gets away from my opponent quite quickly. Nedved somehow gets through to take the shot there, and I mean how that goes in from Aubameyang and it doesn't get defended away, I genuinely don't know. But it felt good because after this guy scored his one goal to start with, he literally shushed me when he equalised or whatever. So I was a bit like, I don't understand why you've done that. So yeah, it felt good to be getting quite a lot of goals and to really almost like seal the deal in this match nice and early. Aubameyang then takes it past a couple, bangs the shot, comes off him. He gets another go at it. That's very fortunate. and you don't think about it at the time. It is very fortunate when it drops back like that and you get the second go at the shot with the defender on the ground, so he's not going to block it again. Second half comes around though. This guy, I've never played anyone that lack croquetas as much as him, and he literally did 3 in a row right there. And it was working for him somewhat. So I was just sort of toying with him towards the end of the game, I guess, just doing a lot of La Croquetas, trying to hit some volleys and El Tornado crosses and stuff. It didn't really work out for me, but we were pretty solid in our win there when we had such a big lead in this game. So we can go 2-0 in the weekend league. That one we did have to play the full 90 minutes though. Next game, this guy obviously likes an SBC. He's done a few. We've probably got more SBC players in our squad, obviously, but he's done a few of the Prem ones, and his team is looking quite nice. I go 1-0 up, very fortunately from... I mean, I earned the chance with Ronaldo, scoop around the defender, take the shot. It's just the way this game is when it parries it out from the goalkeeper straight towards someone of the attacking team. And that was a nicely worked goal to go 2-0 up. Some nice pass in between. I think it was Aubameyang and Ronaldo. And Ronaldo is obviously the one to just bang that one home and feel real confident in front of goal. I love just taking regular shots with CR7. He feels incredibly powerful at it. Probably the best shot in the game that I've used, personally. Like, I haven't used higher rated versions of these guys or like crazy icons or anything, but there is just something OP about the way Ronaldo shoots a regular shot that isn't timed. It just feels awesome. So I get a 3-0 rage quit from this guy. So obviously the first weekend league video I do for you guys is normally just the first 3 games, but 2 of which have been pretty early rage quit. So I was like, you know what? I'll play one more. We come up against this team right here. Again, a few SBC players, prime icon in Owen, baby icon in Puyol. You could tell he definitely does a few squad building challenges, don't we all? But I had kickoff because I was the home team, and I somehow go 1-0 down to that sort of weird weak foot shot from Michael Owen, and then pretty much straight away, I don't know where my defense is and stuff, but he gets a rebound off of, or an interception, runs through and goes 2-0 up. And I'm like, huh? And this, I've got to say, is one of the stranger games I've ever had. It just felt like nothing was going my way and everything was going my opponent's way. I go 3-0 down after like 20 odd minutes. It would be easy to quit, but for some reason I just felt like I was better than this guy and we could get back into it. And we've done it so many times before, actually, in the Road to Glory. So I was like, this is going to be one of them awesome games. You know, we'll get back into it. We'll win in the 90th minute. It'll be great for the episode. But to be honest, after 90 minutes, he pretty much held out. He scored again to make it 4-1. And it was just sort of like... okay, the 4th goal he got, I don't know why I haven't shown it there, maybe I've lost the footage or something, but like he hit the post, it came back out, and instead of any of my defenders going near it to try and clear it, just a free Michael Owen there to tap home and get a second go at it. But we've had like 2 or 3 of them in this episode ourselves, so there's no complaints from me. We're 3-1 right now. I just felt like I was better than that guy, even though that's weird to say when you lose 4-1, but it is what it is, you know, that's FIFA. We're going to lose some games. It just so happens we've lost one fairly early, so I'm going to blame jet lag on that, and you're going to be alright with that, aren't you? So there we go. That is going to end today's episode. We have started our weekend league journey. We're 3-1. The new team feels nice. Nedved feels nice. 4 contributions in 4 games. I'm happy with that from our central cam. Let's hope he can get even more involved going forwards. And don't forget, out of the 4 games we've played, 2 of which have rage quit like super early. So it's less than 4 total games for those contributions, so pretty impressive stuff. But anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed, do me a favour, hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Have a lovely day. Come follow me on Twitter, Insta. Those links can be found down below in the description. And